Jen Buckley carefully applies red paint to her hand. The paint is symbolic. It speaks of violence, of silence, and resilience. It's art intended to have an impact, to awaken a state and a continent to a tragedy of missing and murdered Indigenous women.
I think collectively it just doesn't seem like our Indigenous lives are as important as some others. When people go missing, they're not looked for the same way.
Missoula, Montana County Attorney Kirsten Pabst.
It's an epidemic. When you look at the numbers, 25 to 30% of our missing persons are Native, when they only make up about 6 to 7% of our population.
There are issues of jurisdiction. Whose problem? Tribal or municipal? And state, local, or even federal law enforcement. What do you think the roots of it are?
I think you have to go back hundreds of years to colonization and cultural degradation of our Native American cultures. We're to the point now where we have to do something different.
For an epidemic mostly unnoticed and rarely publicized, that something different fell to Buckley, who is an enrolled member of the Chippewa Cree tribes out of Rocky Boy, Montana.
I just came up with maybe I'll just see if anybody wants to get their picture taken with the red handprint on their face to raise awareness. So that's how it started. And then I just started to think, what is a large scale thing that people see that they have to see? And I don't know, there's billboards.
Lamar Billboards donates the space, but Buckley and her project are on a shoestring budget.
I can raise the $200, it's up for a month, and then it comes down because I gotta wait till I have the next $200 to put it back up.
It's needed because too often attention goes elsewhere.
Just like that white female that went missing.
Gabby Petito missing for weeks.
How many Native American females went missing in that same time period and there was nothing? So
Not a blip.
Veteran Missoula Police Detective Guy Baker.
those billboards are a great way to bring awareness to this very important issue.
Important to Detective Baker because maybe a billboard will help him solve a case he's worked for 4 years. The missing Jermaine Charlo. Jermaine is the niece of Valenda Morajo. So close, she feels like a sister. During our visit, Valenda volunteered to be photographed by Jen Buckley.
The work Jennifer is doing is important. I'm hoping that her work reaches outside of Montana, that we can get billboards in New York, all the way down to Texas and up into Canada. This is crisis and it needs to stop.
How is it for you to know your sister has been gone these years?
It's been extremely hard.
Maybe this could make a difference.
It will. It will. I know it will.
For Sunday Today, Harry Smith, Missoula.